in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine.
What is up, guys? It is June 27th. It's a Monday. Sorry about the last video. For some reason when I uploaded it, it didn't go through, and so I tried to upload it again, and I'm going to try to put it up later this morning because somehow, some reason it didn't upload to YouTube, so I'm going to try that again. That's the only reason I didn't get the video, and then I didn't actually end up doing the workout in that. This is the actual time. I know I haven't put a workout up yet, but this is going to be the workout video. It's going to be a bench press day, and I'm going to get a couple clips, but not the whole workout, just a couple clips from that so you can get the idea and maybe talk about some things and what I do for my lifts and what works for me personally. But I will get that up later, and we're going to film today with the bench press. With my schedule with work, it's just kind of hard to film things, but I'm going to try to do one video a week with some workouts in it, whether or not be workouts, not all the time necessarily in the gym, but my goal is to try to give each day in each muscle group at some point, so you get an idea what each one of those are, and then focus more on my diet, just because for me the workouts are important, but that's only an hour out of my day, and the other parts of the day are eating to fuel your muscles, and that's the harder part. That's for me, at least. So I want to focus in on that, because people that are hard gainers like me, it's difficult to do that, and I want to make sure that I address that, because that's the main part that I struggle with, and I'm sure other people do too. So what I'm having this morning to start it off with is I'm not having eggs. Normally I have eggs, and you'll see that in the previous video. What I usually eat is a lot of eggs, a lot of chicken, and that was just the overview of breakfast. So at some point during the video, when I upload them, I'll put what it's like and what consists of my entire diet. That was just a supplement stack, what I was having for breakfast that day. But going back to the Kodiak cakes, get these at Costco. I think they're about 20, 30 bucks, something like that. And they last a while, because you don't eat a whole bunch at one time. They're very, very filling. And so you use a half a cup of mix and half a cup of water, and they've got, for one serving, which is a half a cup, 2 fat, 14 protein, and 30 grams of carbs. So it's a pretty good way to start off the morning. But they do have 20% fiber, which is 5 grams. Not a big deal. But you just don't want to go overboard on that, because they're high in fiber. So I'm going to go ahead and take a half a scoop of this and put it in the pan with some water. Excuse me, a bowl. So I'm getting that in there. Try to get it pretty exact, because I want to be able to track everything. I'm starting to finish the 12-week plan. Was dedicated on the workouts on the 12-week plan, but I didn't follow the diet as much, and that's why I didn't gain a whole lot of weight. I'm currently 160, and when I ever started working out at all in my life, I started out with 135. I'm going to grab a bowl real quick, guys. So I'm putting 1 scoop of this in there. Got that. Grab the water out. Sometimes I use milk, but just because it has whey in there, I don't want to put too much milk product in there. Make me feel kind of bloated. Not necessarily cut out for whey protein. Gotta put this back in the box. But it comes with 2 packages in the box. They'll last you a long time unless you just want to have a whole bunch of pancakes for breakfast, which for me, I usually have an egg to go alongside it or something. So I'm going to go ahead and make this, and I will check back with you guys. I'm probably going to get 2 eggs going as well, but we're going to try to have a pretty high protein breakfast and save the carbs for later. Alright guys, so got the flapjack mix. It's a little bit watery, but I don't want to add any more powder, because then it's going to make a little bit too many protein pancakes. So got the butter heating up on the stove, and what I figured out, guys, that if you go ahead and heat the pan up and then drop the pancakes on there, it doesn't help melt the butter away from the side of the pancakes. So always spray your pan, put it on high, let it heat up for a little bit, and then clock it back down to about medium-low, kind of medium area, and then you drop them on there and wait till they're bubbling and everything, flip them like a normal pancake. I might add some chocolate in here, but I'm going to go ahead and make these, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I'm eating for breakfast after I make all this, and then overview on that because it'll take too much time to do each thing that I'm having for. Alright guys, got the breakfast finished. I'm going to go ahead and eat and then prepare for my second meal. I'm going to go ahead and probably check back in when I get off work at the gym because I don't have enough time to film each moment for each meal, but I will go over all the macros and all the calories that I had. Probably just the macros, but go over the macros that I had for the day and then check back, and that'll be a full day of eating. But I'll tell you each meal that I had. I don't have time in my day to show every single one that I'm having, but I will if I can and I do get the chance. But I know I'm going to have a chicken fillet for lunch, not from Chick-fil-A, but my own, because we bought a lot of chicken. So this meal right here is the 4 pancakes that it made. The half cup made 4 pancakes because they just didn't fit in the pan. I don't have a griddle. So then there's 4 eggs, and then I put some whipped cream and then amber agave on there. Usually I use blue agave. I don't know what the difference is, but agave and some whipped cream helps to get it down, makes it taste a little bit better. So check back at the gym, guys. I get off at 4 from work, so I'll probably do a check-in there, and I go into work at 11. But I have my protein shake, and I will overview that either before or after I have it. But I'll go over, I calculated what it is, so I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you, but I'll go ahead and tell you what was in it and probably make that one again if it tastes good and it sits well in my stomach. So check back at the workout. 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, at the gym now, doing chest, triceps, and either abs or calves, depends on what I'm feeling like, but doing about 55-pound dumbbells over here, flat bench because the bench press is taken. Also I want to focus on my stabilization muscles and build those up some more, so I'm doing that. So we'll get that in here real quick. We're going to do 3 sets of about 6 to 8 reps on just this exercise, and then we'll probably move to incline because that's what's lagging the most on my workout routine. What I'm doing is digging my traps into the bench. It gives me more chest grip. What I also like to do is pretend that the bar is, so say we've got the dumbbell and we've got the dumbbell right there. Pretend that these dumbbells are connected and the bar goes all the way through. So what I like to do is pretend that that bar is touching my chest right below the middle part of my chest, and that way I can get a really good burn. And I want to keep my elbows to the side, and it's more of a press. It's not any other muscle except for my chest and the triceps partly. So I'm going to finish out this exercise and maybe get inclined, and we'll go to triceps after that. So I got to be short because I'm running out of phone memory space, but we'll get back to biceps or this week, tomorrow, or next week. So we're doing incline pec flies to try to target the upper part of the chest, which is the flattest part, and you want it to round off into the bottom. And mine's not proportional right now, and that's the weakest part that I have, and I want to make it the strongest. So I'm going to do these, probably about 3 sets. It's about 22.5 pounds on both sides. And why I like the cable flies is because they keep the tension on the muscle throughout the entire movement, as opposed to free weights that do not do that. And so the cables will contract the cables will keep your muscles contracted all the way to the top. And even when they're at the top, unlike a dumbbell, they'll keep your muscles still contracted and all the way back down too. So you're getting the full range and you're also getting the full burn that you possibly can. That's why I like doing cables, because they incorporate a machine, but they also let you do somewhat free weight. So we're going to get these two. do about 3 sets of these, and then we'll move on to possibly a decline. Don't do decline as much because I honestly feel like I get that with the cables, and right now the lower part of my chest is coming in just great, and so I don't have a problem with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and we'll jump on the triceps, either abs or calves. But finish up this exercise, like I said, do 22.5 pounds, but sometimes I'll drop because I don't want to lose form, but at the same time I want to get the burn and the contraction. It's kind of a feel thing to feel out when you know your muscle needs that contraction, and when it needs. You can kind of what I'm saying is you can kind of tell what your muscle needs when you're getting closer to the end of the rep range, so you can get that burn that you want, but at the same time not lose your form. So I'm going to do 2 more sets of this. Might do 4 total, depending on how I feel, but definitely going to finish this up, and then we'll move to triceps. All right, guys. Now moving on to triceps over here. So yes, I got the rope extension, and when I come down, I want to focus on taking my arms. So this is my arms. I want to take my arms. When I pull the rope down, I want to pull it apart. That way, get the full area of the tricep. For me personally, it feels like I get a better burn. And when I do it, I like to drive through my heels and almost do it like I'm doing a squat, and take my glutes out a little bit and lean forward a little bit, because that gives me more range. So if I have my arm and I'm coming down and take them, and it's like my arm and I'm contracting it out, I get a little bit, I can get a full extension. I'll show you when I'm doing the clip over here, but anyway, I do rope and I try to pull them apart when I'm coming out, and I lean forward slightly. Gets a little bit better of a burn. Probably do skull crushers after this. Also doing intermittent sets of pull downs, straight arm pull downs with the tricep alongside with these. Did 2 exercises for chest, did flat and incline, and was pretty much done after that. And then I did a burnout set, superset, what do you want to call it? Drop set, excuse me. So I'm going to do 3 sets of the tricep, and then 3 sets of the straight arm tricep, just push down, and then probably do either abs or calves at the end of this. Might do abs later tonight, might do them tomorrow, but I feel like calves are the most lagging, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright guys, now we're moving on to the isolated tricep with the bar right there. What I'm going to focus on doing is grabbing the bar. It's almost like a bicep curl, reverse bicep curl. But what we're going to do is we're going to push down with the tricep and focus on just working just the tricep. And we're going to kind of, it's more of almost like a machine movement, but I still like how the cable keeps the tension on the muscle all the way through. Unlike if I did skull crushers, it wouldn't do that. So I'm going to grab a set of that real quick. And I also want to do this, try to drive through my heels as opposed to my toes, because I feel like I'm losing balance. Keep the knees slightly bent just a little bit, and want to keep the shoulder blades contracted back slightly, but not too much. But helps focus on just the tricep muscle and not worrying about balance, and also it gets the forearm too pretty well also. So I'm going to do 2 more sets of this, and we'll get calves, be done for the day. Alright guys, we're going to do 4 sets, last exercise of the day. We're going to do calves. We've got 60 pounds, total 120 collectively to calf raise. And so I'm going to knock out a set of 3-4 sets of these. Really want to, and also alternating angles, inner, outer, and middle. So we'll knock that out, go home and have the protein shake. That's the workout for the day.